EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. Back.
Throwing first play is Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a second and short.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Here's Pickett. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Pickett to his tight end, Freiermuth, for the Steeler first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
The Steelers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The Pickett finding Johnson there, first down Steelers. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, and I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Pickett right back to the air again. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now Pickett. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
He gets it complete to Harris. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Now they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Back to throw, Pickett.
This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
Pickett back to throw.
Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson on the move to his left. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Pickett now from near his own goal line. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taken on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They go with Chubb on second down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Now Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, it's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
York able to send this one through.
And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
That's taken on the 25.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin this drive with Chubb, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. a short yardage situation here for second down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
He finds his man, complete. That's Harris. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Greedy Williams on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Pulled in at the 24. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
First and 10, here's Pickett.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10, it's Pickett again. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Harris running straight ahead. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 10.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
Watson off play action. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Pickett now on first down.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now Pickett.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Pickett to throw on first down. Again, it's Johnson.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers.
Deontay Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
On 1st down, Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
In the early days of the NFL, you could easily blame these drops on maybe some uneven or uncertain lighting in a stadium. Not anymore. The lights are pretty good.
Yeah, they're great here at night, but his 2nd drop, indeed, not a good look. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them hovering up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Pickett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So that's now 10 touchdowns for him on the year. He's into double figures, and we're not even to the halfway point of the season yet.
Partner, doesn't it speak to how well he works with this offensive line? They know he doesn't need a giant alley to run through. He just needs a little seam, and he's so good at being patient, waiting for things to develop, and then accelerating when it does appear.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Pickett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now.
Pickett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Johnson with a completion over the middle.
And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And a solid run down inside the 30.
44 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Pickett back to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get...
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2nd and 5.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run, 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score.
Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the Pickett lost it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, here's Pickett.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They run it again with Chubb. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris
with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now down to 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. 2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, They're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cleveland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at